The Retro Rallycross class is a very popular part of the British Rallycross Championship. It's a chance to have a look at different cars, different shapes and sizes, and rekindle memories of a bygone age of Rallycross. Everything from Ford Escorts to Toyota MR2s. After qualifying here, no semi-finals, Ray Morgan is the man to beat, although Lance Foster has been up there with him. Foster fastest in Q1, Morgan fastest in Q2, and Barry Stewart's Porsche fastest in Q3. 3 laps this final. The grid is formed with Ray Morgan, Lance Foster and Barry Stewart on the front row, Stuart Bowes and Paul Easterbrook row 2, and then Paul Smith and Mark Richardson making his Retro Rallycross debut on row 3. Lights go green, and the ex-Rolf Nielsen Porsche of Barry Stewart storms away. The bewinged Porsche leads the way, but Ray Morgan's Mark III Escort slots in behind him. Paul Easterbrook comes up round the outside there, looking the Toyota MR2 as they work their way across the loose for the first time. He runs a little bit wide, but Barry Stewart here trying to get away. We had some very lively racing from Retro Rallycross at Croft, where there was Mark Flaherty's Metro 6R4 not taking part this weekend. But we do gain back the Porsche that in the hands of Rolf Nielsen won the 1982 British Rallycross Grand Prix. And there were hordes of those cars that took on the Escorts, and hordes of Minis in period as well. And Lance Foster, who's only ever raced Minis in Rallycross, works for green and white Mini spares, and he turns his way through in 3rd place. And if you think it's a bit unfair, Porsche versus Mini, well, Lance Foster gives as good as he gets. He's a very rapid and committed driver. Look at the gap between the leaders. It's come down. Ray Morgan, who is a great ambassador for Rallycross, is right on the tail of Barry Stewart. Get Ray Morgan talking about what's good about Rallycross, and you'll be there for a long time, because he is the ultimate enthusiast. Right on the back of Barry Stewart's Porsche, leaning the Escort on its suspension, powering uphill. Ray took part a long time ago, had a few years off, built up his business, concentrated on children, came back into Rallycross and enjoys it as much now as ever he did, and he's completely sideways coming out of the hairpin. Downhill they come, but the lead gap has certainly opened up now. Barry Stewart is getting away as they work their way through. Paul Smith's G40 shaped Polo at the back of the pack, and Ray Morgan gets sideways, clouts the curb, survives it, but goes on to the last lap with probably too much work to do now. He's still sideways as he hits the loose there, threads his way through the right-hander, something lying in the road, possibly a little bit of barrier damage there, but they all circumnavigate it, and Barry Stewart looks as though he has done enough here to head for race honours. Out of the Devil's Elbow. Uphill now goes Ray Morgan, but there is Barry Stewart, who is on target for a race win, seemingly at honours in round 2 of Retro Rallycross here at Lydden. Pembrey is the next stop. And as the Porsche snarls its way downhill into the chicane, it looks like Barry Stewart is on target for honours. Ray Morgan behind lost too much time a lap ago, and although he's fought back, he can't get close enough. Barry Stewart wins at Lydden. Ray Morgan comes home 2nd, Lance Foster is 3rd. It is a win for the bewinged Porsche. The final for Retro Rallycross at Lydden confirms the win for Barry Stewart. Ray Morgan 2nd, Lance Foster 3rd. In the championship, it's Ray Morgan ahead by 7 points now. Paul Easterbrook behind. Barry Stewart's up to 3rd ahead of Mark Flaherty, and then Mark Richardson. The class for the smaller cars headed by Stuart Bowes from Lance Foster.